Suresh sir, Rajashree Jain ma'am. A very good evening to one and all. For the past 3 days, we were enriched with a lot of informations by different participants and keynote speakers. I now invite upon Dr. Biju K, College of Engineering, Munnar, and Treasurer of IEEE Kerala Section to deliver the welcome address.
Respected President of today's valedictory function, Professor Devabrata Das, Chair-elect, IEEE India Council. Chief guest of the valedictory function, Professor P.G. Shankaran, Pro Vice Chancellor, Cochin University of Science and Technology. Dr. K.R. Suresh Nair, Chair, IEEE India Council. Dr. Rajashree Jain, Secretary, IEEE India Council. Shri Deepak Mathur, Director, IEEE India Region 10, other distinguished IEEE India Council members, Kerala Section Executive members, other professional members, authors and delegates of this conference. Good evening, one and all. We are coming to the end of a 3-day, very successful conference, INDICON 2022. Kerala Section has always set its own levels in organizing conference and other events. So we had very successfully organized TENCON 2019 and ASWLC 2021 and very recently concluded WIE International Leadership Summit 2022 and many other conferences and major events. So in this conference, we had around 420 presentations in regular sessions and around 60 technical paper presentations in special sessions. And we had one plenary address and 5 keynote speeches by distinguished people in the respective domains on various themes of the conference. Yesterday, we had a very enjoyable evening with our India Council Awards distribution, including a variety of cultural entertainment programs and a very delicious banquet dinner. So I am sure all the delegates of this conference have learned a lot from the conference and thoroughly enjoyed the conference. Now, the success of every conference or any other program depends on the feedback from the participants of the program. So in this valedictory function, we expect a few feedbacks from the participants and delegates so that if there is any scope for improvement, we will definitely take care of that in the next programs. And also in this valedictory function, we will be giving away the best paper awards in all the 9 tracks and also the prestigious IEEE India Council instituted M.B. Chauhan Award for all including all the 9 tracks in this conference. So I am not taking much time. Let me come into the formal duty of welcoming the audience of this valedictory function. The president of today's valedictory function is none other than the director of IIIT Bangalore and the chair-elect IEEE India Council, Professor Devabrata Das. Let me heartily welcome Professor Devabrata. So we are lucky to have Professor P.G. Shankaran as the chief guest of our valedictory function. In spite of his busy schedule, sir, thank you very much for agreeing to be and a part of this valedictory function. So we have very vibrant India Council Secretary, Dr. Rajeshri Jain is with us. Welcome, ma'am, to this function. So we have our own Dr. Suresh Nair, sir, Chair, IEEE India Council. Welcome, Suresh, sir, to this function. So our whole Asia Pacific region 10, our all leader, Sri Deepak Mathur, sir, is here. Sir, welcome you to this function. And we are all guided by the vibrant leaders of the India Council team sitting here. And in one word, I welcome all the India Council members to this function. And I welcome all professional executive members of Kerala Section, authors and delegates of this conference to this function. Thank you.
Today we are indeed privileged to have with us the Director of IIIT Bangalore and the IEEE India Council Chair-elect, Dr. Debrita Das. Sir, I invite you over for the presidential address.
Good afternoon, all the delegates on the dais, Professor Sankaran, and Pro Vice Chancellor of this university, our Chair, IEEE India Council, Dr. Suresh Nair, extremely dynamic and who has practically led last 2 years IEEE India Council to greater and greater heights under his leadership, and Madam Dr. Rajeshri, and our Secretary, and also Dr. Prerna Gaur, who is our Treasurer, and thanks to Dr. Deepak Mathur, who is also Regent and Director, and also going to lead the MGA, one of the largest body of the IEEE in the world level. It's a pride of India, the first Indian to going to lead in the world level the IEEE. For our students should know and get encouraged that you being the part of the IEEE now, you are going to lead a 4 lakhs members community from India for different parts and different part of the functionalities. So having said that, this is and also Professor Asthana, Professor Lakshman, and all the IC member, Professor Maitra, Ingle, Dr. Professor Ingle, and Professor, and so all those professors and the IC members, delegates who have been here, and also my thoughtful thanks to Professor Mini, who leads the Kerala sections, and his team. Madam, your Kerala section is extremely dynamic and one of the pride of our country. And Kerala section, not only one of the largest section in the world now, but also as number of activities is concerned, 3,900 is a mind-boggling. It's not so easy to do. How you achieved, it should be taught to many, many, many part of the sections in this country and also in the world. So now I'm coming to the valedictory function. And the valedictory functions generally done at the end for the ending of the conference. For me, it is not the end. It is the starting of the next INDICON. INDICON 2023, where I request all the authors who have submitted the papers and also accepted or not accepted, all congratulations to both of you. Writing a paper itself is a big achievement. Okay. Because every paper has a problem, and every paper has a new idea, and every paper has a lot of thoughts, hard work gone in to learn the subject. Learning a subject itself is an achievement. However, there is a limited possibility of acceptance. For that only, there are 25% or acceptance and all. So only a limited like 480 papers, just now you heard, have been accepted out of the close to 1,000 plus submissions. So that shows that how competitive becoming nowadays for acceptance of a paper. That's a good sign. but all the authors who have submitted is congratulated. And they need this kind of things because I will tell you, India is moving very fast to a different level. You will be already moved in, you must have heard in this world by these news and all, that we are the maximum number of business transaction, financial transaction online, digital in the world. We have crossed China last year. And you'll be also happy to know that we are the largest transactions, 10 crores per day, one of the platform called NSE, National Stock Exchange, 10 crores per day, which is with respect to the volume numbers, with respect, not money matters, numbers highest in the world, and completely indigenously designed by the Indians. So these are the financial part I said. Similarly in agriculture, similarly in space science, and similarly in medicines, which we saw in that. So all these areas in communications, let me come to, because in INDICON, one of the vertical is your communication. You will be very happy and proud of India is that after 72 years of independence, or 75 we say, almost most of going on, first time, please listen, young students, you should know, you should feel proud of your own country scientists. First time from India, the standard is accepted in 3GPP or called 5GI. 5GI stands for India, Google it and see. All the modulation, demodulation techniques which has been invented in India, it took 3 years to fight against the various foreign countries because no one wants India to succeed. It took 3 years to us, my colleagues and friends across the country, who went and fought in 3GPP for 3 years to make the standard through, push through. And now in all base stations and mobile handset in future, there will be one 5G stacks, and there will be also 5GI stacks, and which is very good for rural India. And why I said 5GI? Because before this 2G, 3G, 2.5G, 4G, and 4.5G, all those things, major standards and everything came from abroad. Nothing was from much from India in that sense. So this is the big things are happening now. So time has arrived for us to have this kind of platform like INDICON and many other conferences of IEEE and all, where every one of us or the papers who have published or submit go and present and discuss with their peers. So knowledge exchange is extremely important. So why I thank the organizers so much, because they are the instrumental to give us this platform to this social upliftment, which we do not discuss. We only talk about the papers, best papers and all, but the so much hard work's gone through this is by the two main groups of this conference. One is called TPC chair and the team who reviews all the papers, at least three reviewers per paper. Second is the organizing committee who looks after all the logistics to organize the conference for 3 days. And hats up to the TPC and the team who spends nights after nights and days after days to review all those papers without any money, free of cost. Can anyone give free of cost our service so easily? No. But the reviewers gives their comments. We feel very annoyed if the paper is not accepted. But look at them. They don't take any charges and they don't know you. They just review with a passion that the best paper should get accepted, where the knowledge and the right paper should get accepted, knowledge can be disseminated. So this kind of very important, the IEEE is playing a role across the world. And if IEEE is today known, IEEE is known for its quality of research papers in conferences and the journals. If we come like a magnet to the IEEE because of this, no doubt we have our human networking and all, which is important, but these are the things. So with this, I want to conclude and tell that for my friends, colleagues, and the students, that please start working for the next conference. Your best paper you should send to the INDICON and wish and try to come and attend this conference. And I am sure at the end, Chair will announce where is going to be the next INDICON. Thank you and wishing you a wonderful time.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful words. Now, no team works with a good leader, and we are all blessed by our patron, Dr. K.R. Suresh Nair, sir, Chair of IEEE Indian Council. Sir, I welcome you to address the gathering.
Good evening, all. I think very difficult to keep people for valedictory function. I was thinking like we will be only 5 people here on the stage. But, it is really exciting to see that a lot of people are attending this one. That itself shows how you enjoyed the INDICON. I have to thank Pro VC, Professor Shankaran sir, for attending. All other team members are anyway here. So he has to go back, so I have to make it very short. This is basically to thank each one of you. I think that is very important. You might have enjoyed the 3 days conference with whatever banquet yesterday we had, all cultural programs and all. That is the result of hard work of many volunteers. I may be able to tell their names, but due to paucity of time, I am just ignoring that one now. But we will be recognizing them. So that is also very important to recognize people who have toiled towards this one. Maybe around more than 100 volunteers must be working, in all the places. There are volunteers who have not even attended here physically the conference. They are all running around and arranging vehicle and rooms and whatnot. I hope everybody enjoyed this one. There I have not heard any issues. Even on the food, I think we try to make it very different on every day. So these are all carefully planned. That's what I'm telling. Everything was planned, including whatever the posters you see. The posters we put in the airport also, so that you should feel good. Like yes, we are at the hands of people who will take care. So that was the idea to have that, and the conference was very good. From IEEE India Council side, I would like to congratulate IEEE Kerala Section, ma'am here, for such a wonderful hosting. And we enjoyed everything, ma'am. And yes. So that is very good. And as a volunteer, if any one of you are not an IEEE member, please do become a member. It's very advantageous. You can see a lot of leaders coming out from here. Not only leaders, in your subject also, a lot of society chapters are here. All are real experts. Probably you might have already interacted with them. That is the whole purpose of having a physical conference. When the idea of INDICON 2022 came up, there was an option to go for hybrid or online or physical. So I think I was the one person initially started saying like it should be physical. I felt like that is very important to have a physical interaction, to have a little bit fun also. In online, even though 72 people have logged in, I don't know how many are there, maybe 1 or 2 listening. So we thought like it is better to have some fun also, to have a physical thing. But later on, IEEE policy is always to go for hybrid conferences. So we respect that one. Then we changed it like we will allow some online. Some online means first come, first serve basis. So we allowed, we were planning 50, but finally it came to some 72 or something like that, but we allowed that one. But some of you might have requested for online, which we might have denied it. Excuses us on that one, but the whole purpose is, you have to physically come and enjoy and really reap the benefit of the conference. So at this point, I would like to thank everyone, all from IEEE India Council side as well as the Kerala section side, and all the volunteers, I salute them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now we are privileged to have Professor P.G. Shankaran, Pro Vice Chancellor of CUSAT, for the valedictory session. Sir, I invite you for the addressing.
Good evening to one and all. Professor Dabhadrada Das, Director at IIIT Bangalore, Dr. Suresh Nair, Dr. Rajasri, other distinguished resource persons, participants, faculty members, and my dear friends. It gives me great pleasure to be here on the occasion of valedictory function of INDICON 2022. I'm basically a statistician, and I have a freedom to go to any field because statistics have a lot of applications in all branches of science and technology. The current contrast, you might have heard of, or you are working in the area of data science, where I have seen or I have realized that most of the presentations have a certain amount of data structures, and the analysis of those data or information were done using latest tools in data science. But the basic concepts and ideas in data science are some of the major tools in statistics. For example, decision trees, regression analysis, classification, clustering, and a lot of even neural network, lot of ideas which you have already used are based on the statistical tools. Basically, this interdisciplinary subject was first considered as a major discipline by one of the famous statistician known as this is Professor Jeff who actually gave a lecture in the University of Michigan as assuming charge as the professorship or professor chairship. So I have another association with the IEEE because my first paper was appeared in IEEE Transactions on Reliability way back in 1991. I was a student member of the IEEE Society during that time. Then I have worked in different areas of statistics at about 40% of work are concentrated on reliability theory, reliability analysis, reliability modeling, and those papers were appeared in some of the journals related to IEEE. So, presently I am working in different fields, survival analysis, which is also closer to reliability theory, and quantile theory, and statistical inference, quantile-based inference, regression models, and a lot of other areas. I have written 2 books with some co-authors. Those 2 books are on latest developments in reliability theory. One is discrete reliability analysis, other is quantile reliability methods. So I knew that this conference is a very good success in terms of number of participation, number of papers, number of resource persons who are expert in this field. I congratulate Dr. Suresh Nair, Dr. Mini, Dr. Bijoy, and all organizing committee members, Dr. Samir, and all organizing committee members for arranging this conference in CUSAT. I also thank this IEEE Association for selecting CUSAT as a venue for this particular conference. this is a conference not only give interactions with or give networking with other people, but also enhance the visibility of the institution. So this conference definitely enhanced the visibility of CUSAT. For that, I once again thank all the IEEE officials for selecting CUSAT as the venue. I hope that this conference will provide give new ideas, which will give new directions for the latest developments. I once again congratulate all the organizing committee members. I wish a very good for the participants. I once again wish you all the best. Have a happy return journey. Thank you.
Now I invite the General Chair, Dr. Samir, to announce the Best Paper Awards.
Thank you, and good afternoon to all of you. And as General Chair, it is my proud privilege to announce the Best Paper Awards. But before we go into the Best Paper announcements in the regular tracks of the conference, there was a very special award traditionally given by IEEE India Council for the best student paper presented in INDICON, paper authored by UG or PG students as first author of the paper. So I invite the IEEE India Council Student Activities Chair, Dr. Vijayalada, to announce the prestigious M.B. Chauhan Best Paper Award for the students.
Thank you, sir. It's my great honor to announce the M.V. Chauhan All India Best Student Paper Award. Every year we do facilitate students to take this award. And now, since there was a good tie between the few student presentations, so we are honoring two papers over here. So the paper is with Rishi Manan from TKM Institute. May I request the Chief Guest to honor the awardee? Rishi Menon from TK Institute.
Thank you.
And the next paper is Rishika M. Paul from Amrita University. Rinika. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now again, we will go to the regular tracks of the conference. We have 9 tracks for the conference, and the Best Paper Awards for 2 tracks are not yet completed because the last session was over just now, and which we would be announcing after this program. But I'll announce the available awards for the 7 tracks. So we'll start with the track on emerging technologies for secure computing. The Best Paper Award goes to Paper ID 343. The authors are here. The paper title is Image Splicing Detection Based on Deep CNN and Transfer Learning. Okay, so others are not here. Next is the Best Paper Award for the Power Electronics and Drives track. Paper ID 544. Hysteresis-based voltage mode control of 3-phase 2-level inverter with constant switching frequency. Advanced Photonics Technologies track. The award goes to paper ID 545, Optoelectronic Heterostructures Transistor based on perovskite silicon for neuromorphic computing. Thank you. Best Paper Award in Engineering in Medicine, Biology and E-Health. The award goes to paper ID 1020, Upper Gastrointestinal Endoscope Imaging using Wine Robots. Yeah, the author's name is Rishi Manoj. Yeah. So I request the chief guest. Yeah. Next is the next generation computing track, paper ID 281, realization of turbo decoder on coarse-grained reconfigurable architectures. Okay. So next is the power systems track. Best paper award goes to paper ID 726, state of charge estimation of lithium-ion batteries through efficient gated recurrent NN using engineered features. Thank you. And I would like to invite Professor Chinmay Saha to announce the Best Paper Award for the Antenna System Technologies for Next Generation Computing. You would like to announce, no? Because you want to announce it in the name of two stalwarts in this area. So, yeah. Okay.
So thank you, Professor Samir, and the esteemed panel members and the guests, and all the audience. So, we have very close association of one of our foreign friends who was like Mount Everest in Himalaya in the area of antennas and propagation. He is none other than Professor Tapun K. Sarkar, whom we have lost last year during the COVID. So I had a proposal on behalf of the AP Society that we will institute an award in the memory of Professor Sarkar. That is number one. And he was very much associated with this part of India. He used to come to India and he used to attend the APSIM, several versions of APSIM. He's also the past president of Antenna Propagation Society. He has supported immensely in several versions of APSIM. And we know his contributions, especially when I came in Kerala in 2012. I have brought him several times in APSIM, TENCON, TENGARS, etc. His contributions in the areas of antennas propagation, as I said, is like Mount Everest. So we have instituted this award this year, and probably we'll try to have this award in different other versions of conferences. Whenever we do something in Kerala, we can explore these options. And secondly, we also have lost Professor K.J. Nair during the pandemic last year. We had some online memorial session on him. Even though I am much younger, I had the privilege to interact with him during APSIM, and he has taken me in that education park that he has created close to the Cochin University of Science and Technology. We know he was a visionary. He has contributed immensely. He is contemporary one of my professors, Professor P.K. Shah and Professor Nair. They are close friends. I am very much aware of his technical contributions, institute building, and so on. So this was also a proposal from Dr. Deepti, Professor Mohanan, Professor Anandan, and myself. So these are the two special awards. So we have instituted, along with the regular award of the antenna track chapter. So that's it, because I don't want to be involved in the announcement. Thank you, Professor Samir, and thank you, everybody.
So for this track, antenna system technologies for next generation computing, we have 2 awards. First is paper ID 1136, a simple prototype for ambient backscatter communication with multiple reflecting elements by Abhiram Prakash. And paper ID 1205, binomially distributed slotted array antenna with highly reduced side lobe level, Deepankar Saha. Thank you. And we have not yet received the final details of 2 tracks, which we would be announcing after this program. Okay.
I am really reluctant to do this, but that's why I said I don't want to be involved in the process. Deepankar Saha is my student.
Oh, then you can receive it on behalf of your student. And yeah, he was away from this process. Yeah, true. And I invite Professor Debabrata to give this award. Actually, yeah. Thank you.
Can I take 30 seconds? Thanks, Chinmay, for Professor Tapan Sar's thing. Tapan Sarkar, sorry. So let me tell you that today the 5G you were talking about and 6G, it is a millimeter wave. And the millimeter wave, everybody knew in the world. The Marconi was the inventor, and we all studied in the school. For 20 years back, IEEE again formed a committee under the leadership of Professor Tapan Sarkar and 2 more members. So 3 of them, Sushmita, the professor is here. So they wrote 25 pages an article on proof that at the end, the millimeter wave was invented by an Indian called Professor J.C. Bose. And it was in India, in Calcutta, in physical labs. Then IEEE recognized that and took away from Marconi. Marconi has other inventions for which he was, but the millimeter was with him. So the 5Gs, if you read from J.C. Bose millimeter wave to the 5G, that is a huge articles. So it happened only due to Professor Tapan Sarkar and his team. So thank you for bringing in that. And for that, Calcutta, there is a memorial done by the IEEE in the name of Professor J.C. Bose. Milestone. Yeah.
I'll take 30 seconds because Professor Das mentioned that one. IEEE has recognized Sir J.C. Bose's contribution and Sir C.V. Raman's contribution. And the 2 millennium plaque was handed over to Kolkata section in 2010 when I was Secretary of Antenna Propagation Society chapter. So as you know, IEEE Millennium Plaques is, some contributions which are considered once in 100 years. So 2 plaques are, handed over to Kolkata section. Then IEEE President Dr. Peter Stecker and the team visited Calcutta. And whenever you go to Calcutta, you can go to Cultivation of Science and Presidency College, because Presidency College is the place where Bose did his experiment on millimeter wave, and Cultivation of Science is the institute where C.V. Raman started his early career research. That's it. I just wanted to add because of that one.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to request Dr. Sushmita Mitra, Professor of Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata, and Chair of IEEE Kolkata Section, to address the gathering.
Recent milestone. Yeah. Very good afternoon to all of you. I'm delighted and honored to be requested to deliver a short lecture as a guest. I have not prepared anything, so I am the current chair of the Kolkata section. And to speak of the milestones, yes, the first two milestones in the memory of the inventions made by Sir J.C. Bose and Sir C.V. Raman were instituted in the city. And very recently, last year, during my tenure, we had the third milestone in Kolkata, which is the fourth of the India Council. And that was honoring the Calcutta Electric Supply Corporation because they brought the electricity first to the Indian subcontinent, or rather outside UK, it was first in the British Empire in those days. And then in this INDICON, the last INDICON was held in the Kolkata section in IIT Guwahati in collaboration with us. And after that, this is the next INDICON, and I'm very delighted and very happy to have been a part of it because it was wonderfully organized. I would express my appreciation and gratitude to the section chair and all the members of the Kerala section for having so meticulously organized it. I know what it takes to organize a INDICON from our past experience, and it has been very well done. John is here. John is by birth he is a member of the Kerala section, but by profession he is a member of the Kolkata section. So we can recall that. And then we had the INDICON this year in Bhubaneswar. Our Bhubaneswar subsection organized it. And to speak of my association with IEEE, I started my life as the student member. As Professor said, in 1991, I also started, and my first paper was published in the IEEE Transactions on Neural Network in 1992. And very luckily, it got the Outstanding Paper Award in 1994 from the Neural Network Council. And that was the start of my journey with the IEEE, particularly the Computational Intelligence Society. However, I had not been directly involved with the administrative part of IEEE as a member of the Kolkata section in this capacity. I was a chair of the Computational Intelligence Society chapter in the section, and then I was inducted as a chair-elect into the Kolkata section, and then the current chair. And I have enjoyed my association with the India Council by virtue of my involvement as a section chair. And I thank all of the section members, the council members. It has been a very nice and pleasant association.
So, as a sign of gratitude to our guest, I invite Suresh sir to hand over a token of gratitude to our chief guest, Professor P.G. Shankaran. Now I would like to invite Dr. Rajashree Jain, Secretary, IEEE India Council, for addressing the gathering.
So good evening to one and all. Like Sushmita ma'am, even I was surprised when I was called here, and was not prepared, but while all others were speaking, I made some points, so I could get that much of time. So, respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, it was absolutely a great privilege to me to share the dais with all stalwarts like all of them here. I am indeed humbled to be here today. So secondly, IEEE conferences, like IEEE reports about 2,000 conferences every year. That makes like daily almost 3 conferences happening somewhere. So they are most sought by researchers across the globe. And the pandemic had brought kind of change to our conferences. So we were wondering whether we will have physical conferences in future or not, because people started attending so many virtual conferences, and that had become kind of a new normal to many of our conferences. Pandemic, last INDICON we could see, but then the kind of proportion of physical attendees versus online attendees was reverse of whatever we see today here in this conference. I could see like almost 2/3 of authors have accepted presenting their papers physically. That means that's a great success that our conferences are coming back to the normalcy, as well as thanks to Kerala Section to, taking away what is it called, whether conferences, fear in author's mind or conference organizer's mind. So that is the success of conduct of this conference is what I can say. I also could relate one more very recent personal experience. So this happened to us like I was a very fortunate and I would say proud mother when my son was presenting one of the paper in supercomputing conference. That happened in Dallas, somewhere in USA, and he was sharing almost, sharing, I would say, like live commentary he was giving to me day-to-day basis. So saying 12,000 members were there in that conference. And then from the time he landed, everywhere there are information related to that conference. And surprisingly, when we landed here, we had that same experience. So amazing, that means we also can actually showcase such conference strength. And this SC conference, it is an IEEE Computer Society conference also. And I wish Kerala Section take this lead and bring such conferences to India. So absolutely, that is what the capacity of Kerala Section I can wholeheartedly say about it. So in the morning, we had a meeting with Kerala Section Exicom as well as IC Exicom members, and Mini Ma'am was sharing about overview of Kerala Section activities. And absolutely the kind of best practices they have, ma'am, it is definitely possible for you to bring such high-end conferences to India, and looking forward to have more such conferences in Kerala Section. So congratulations for this successful conference organization is what I would say. So next is as India Council, and I know like for talking about IEEE in Kerala is useless, because I know most of you are all IEEE members, but I am representing here India Council. So under India Council, we have about 13 sections, and then INDICON is hosted every year in association with one or other, whoever is willing or bidding section. So this time it was Kerala Section, maybe next year some other section. So India Council brings up many engaging activities to its members, be it professional members, be it student members, women, or any other IEEE members. So we also try and engage non-members so that our membership ratio also goes up. So in this connection, John may be the right person to share, because I found many student authors here. So we are coming up with number of capacity building and then improving emerging technology courses to you. I think we are coming up with Qualcomm 5G courses, which is free of cost to IEEE members. I would request all student members to explore about this, and then very soon John would be the right person to share more details on this. You may expect it in your inbox definitely. So kindly you make use of this opportunity. And also like another very near subject to me, that is India Council in association with Pune section has constituted Women in Engineering Awards. These awards are handsome amount, like 1.25 lakh for the winner and 50,000 rupees for the runner, and there are such 4 awards. So we know like many Kerala section, women in engineering community apply for this. So now for the current year, these awards are open. So you can promote about these awards and nominate eligible persons. So once again, very, very hearty congratulations to the successful organization of this conference. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak here.
Thank you, ma'am. As a sign of gratitude, I invite our General Chair, Sami sir, to hand over a memento to Dr. Suresh Nair, sir.
Balance on that, sir.
So now I invite again Dr. Vijayalada Reddy to announce the M.B. Chauhan Award.
Yeah, we have the second presenter over here, Rinika S. Paul, from Amrita University, whom we have missed, for receiving this M.V. Chauhan paper contest. May I request the dignitaries on the dais to present this? Thank you.
Now I invite the chair of Hyderabad session for the presentation.
Okay. Yeah. Come. So, as usual, normally in INDICON valedictory function, we announce who will be the next host for this INDICON 2022. So, we have discussed in the India Council Lexicon, and on behalf of India Council Lexicon, I am very glad to announce that this is given, or this is taken over by by Hyderabad section, IEEE Hyderabad section. And congratulations, sir, both of you. I think do it very nicely. Yeah. So over to you. Yes. You can invite them.
Right. Okay.
Okay, I am officially now invited. So there was a small dilemma that as the vice chair of the technical activities in India Council, I am part of the people who are announcing this. Okay, so I cannot announce and say that myself that Atul, you are now supposed to take up INDICON in the next year. So thanks to Dr. Nair to step in and solve my dilemma. But sir has left out one very important point which I had mentioned in the India Council meeting. I said that this India Council, this INDICON has been so successful, so well organized, that we should have the next 5 years INDICON also in Kerala. Of course, the people did not agree with that, so that's why I'm here. So, jokes apart, it is really an ideal benchmark INDICON which has been organized here. It will be a very difficult, a bar to reach, let alone surpass. Okay. So coming next at Hyderabad, as you can see, the famous iconic Charminar will be the Hyderabad section host. And I'm presenting it on behalf of the Hyderabad section. How do I? Okay. About Hyderabad section, it was, I think some mistake may be there. It is 84, I believe, perhaps as far as from subsection of Bombay section, and it has won an outstanding large section awards from Region 10. Okay. Incidentally, Kerala section has got MGA large section award, so we have still some milestones to reach. But meanwhile, we have organized the Region 10 HTC just this year, and the R10 flagship conferences. 10Con 2008 was held in Hyderabad, and HydeCon is our Hyderabad section flagship conference, which in pandemic time is online mode. And Professor KVS Hari, who is the program chairs for this conference, he is also there associated with the ICAS 2025, which is the very huge large-scale ICAS conference, which is Signal Processing Society conference, which is going to be held in Hyderabad in 2025. And the last time we had organized INDICON was in 2011. Okay, so has been a long gap. I think so we have to do that. Other smaller conferences which were organized in Hyderabad are mentioned there. Okay, and this is okay. First disclaimer actually is that everything is tentative here, as I have not gone back to my section and their committee and all to get anything approved. As the announcement took place or the decision took place this morning, and then now I am presenting here, so everything is please tentative, taken with pinch of salt or bag of salt, whichever you would like to have. So, but anyway, I hope this title is a good one. Engineering Intelligent Sustainable Solutions for Societal Transformation. Okay, this might be a tentative title, and it is including IoT, healthcare, disaster management, machine learning, and such kind of things, which are very exciting to the authors these days. And we hope, this is again a tentative thing, we hope to come out with the first call for papers by 20th January. Some tutorials will be there, and the conference dates will be 14th to 17th December in 2023, okay? And notification of paper acceptance perhaps tentatively by 30th September, okay? So that people can have enough time to plan it. This is the ecosystem in Hyderabad. On the left, you see a number of industries: Xilinx, Qualcomm, Broadcom, Silicon Research Labs, MOS chip, etc., hardware kind of things. I should mention public sector giants like ECIL is there in Hyderabad. ECIL, as some of you might know, it has the birthplace of the electronic voting machine, which has transformed our society, and among such things. So, in fact, if anything, the next milestone in IEEE may come from Hyderabad with the ECIL voting machine. Work is ongoing on that. Many premier educational institutes, IIT Hyderabad, IIIT Hyderabad, University of Hyderabad, Osmania University, other such. NIT Warangal is just a couple of hours drive from the Hyderabad airport. Okay, so that is also all part of Hyderabad. Organizing committee, I could fortunately get a very quick response thanks to Professor Uday Desai. He is the ex-director of IIT Hyderabad. He very kindly agreed to be a general co-chair. Okay, and another thanks is to John Jose here. He is agreed to be the TPC co-chair. Dr. Mausami Chaurasia is a very stalwart in the organizing of the art in HTC. So she is deserving of that place there. Many places are vacant, as you can imagine that just today morning I have to make this preparation, so I could not fill in much more things. Still, some things are there. Thanks to Dr. Rajesh Ingle from IIIT Nairapur. He has a vast experience in the conferences and he has agreed to help me with the tutorials. IC Treasurer will be the finance co-chair, Jai Prakashan, who is partly from the Madras section, but now with Hyderabad. He will be the finance co-chairs. Industry liaison, many thanks to Sanjay Kar Chaudhary. Do I find him here? Maybe he left for the airport, I don't know. Venkatesh is the vice president in the Silicon Labs. And incidentally, Venkatesh was from Hyderabad section, but in 2019, he is here in the Kerala section with the 2019 10Con. Okay, so this collaboration between us is going on. Okay, like that. So this is about the host city, some attractions, the high-tech city tower, the Birla, that is this temple, Buddha statue, and Charminar, of course, other such things. The foodies will wait. Just I'm going to show you some biryani slide. The international connectivity is there. The airport has been expanded recently. The national, international destinations are there. Okay, this is only tentative. We need to go back and maybe look at that. But this is a very good venue. And those of Kerala section who attended ILS in Hyderabad, they know this place. Okay, I think so. Ms. Forum has also enjoyed the ILS here in Hyderabad. And okay, these are some nice places, things about the venue. Okay, many accommodations, different types of there. Even Novotel could be thought of as some kind of a tentative venue, but we have to explore a lot. Weather conditions will be very pleasant, okay, in December, etc. Maybe on slightly cooler side perhaps, but pleasant. And then here's the foodie slides. So the biryani is there, okay. That's a prime attraction. Double ka meetha. So these are some of these things. Tourism attractions, Golconda Fort and Chowmahalla Palace, Falaknuma Palace, the Hussain Sagar Lake and Buddha statue. Sorry, the film city. Incidentally, R10 had a visit to that. Some modern attractions like the cable bridge and things like that. So of course, Hyderabad also has the sobriquet of City of Pearls. Okay, so lot of pearls. The pearls is not that the pearls are made there, but because actually it is the polishing of pearls and the putting into jewelry is done by the artisans in Hyderabad traditionally from maybe a few hundred years. So that's why it has got that epithet. Okay, and with that, thank you so much for this opportunity. We'll see you in Hyderabad, hopefully. Okay, thank you so much.
As for every event, towards the end, we will have a feedback to improve on ourselves. So I invite some of the participants for a feedback session.
Good evening to one and all. And first of all, I would like to thank the complete organizing committee members and India Council members and the chairs and coaches. And I want to tell few words like organizing in that perfect all the ways, like hotel arrangement or food or whatever it is, like everything in good. And few points like I could observe, like first day I didn't observe that how the IEEE they are working as a family. Like first day when I'm entering, some of the volunteers came and their what is their requirement and how they checked that registration, everything. But next day, one more volunteer came and asked me like, what is your expectation? Like that day I forgot my food token, but my hotel is 2 kilometers far away. He came along with me and we reached. But after entering here, I have given the direction. I asked, why you don't know, you are the Kerala fellow, why you don't know this area? No, I'm not belongs to the Ernakulam. I'm from some other college, but acting as a volunteer here. So that I realized that volunteer people, not only from Kusat and all over the Kerala section, volunteers also, students also, volunteers also involved in that. So thank you for them. And moreover, some of the conferences, this is the prestigious conference I attended the first time, but some of the conference I attended like during my PhD and postdoc during that time. But what I observed is like the volunteers also, they are not seeing that what we are having, like whether the tag is in violet color, red color or green color, like no partiality with that, like who you are. Each and every point they are taken like as a guest, the top level guest, even India Council member or the section members or the delegates as a faculty or as a student. They treated all, I think, equal. So thanks to them volunteers, and I think they are involved as a family, that's why. And some more point, like even organizers. I could see like organizers wearing the blazers and sitting somewhere. But here I could see like, as like volunteer they are asking. Even tea time, if I'm roaming somewhere and the session was ended later, go and take tea, whether you have taken a break, tea or not. So that much involvement on that. And moreover, while discussion with the students, volunteers, they are saying like previous INDICON was conducted by IITs and bigger institutions. We are trying to give our best, something like, so that much corner end volunteers also having that involvement to get it successful. So that's what I think it was a great successful conference. And moreover, timing was perfect. And IEEE means like they are always like 3 years before only I started IEEE as a member. Before to that, I am in that science background. I think I am coming back to my parent. Like I'm engineer, and after that science went. Coming back to that student, as a student advisor, I want to see how the conference to be organized, what all the things are to be happen. So I observed a lot, and moreover, it's good. Timing is perfect, and quality. Quality, the best example, no need to explain that example like of quality. Some of the conference, at least for namesake, to in the valedictory function, to make it in the grand success, like something like who are all the members, who are the winner of that. Some of them, it is selected, then they will call. Sometimes the quality, sometimes the members, whoever qualitatively selected, if they left means, for at least to show in that betterment, swapping that members. Sometimes it's happened. But here, I think you people also maybe realized even that also not compromised. The quality perfectly maintained. Thank you. Yeah. Myself, Arun Mehta from KL University. I think if Hyderabad section people's permits, I could be like volunteer on that next year. So yesterday, I think I asked, maybe in valedictory section, did they announce that next session? Sir said, no, it will be announced. I don't know whether who will take, but I am seeing that today Sir is presenting. First day I asked Sir, in maybe in, yeah. That's what, like, that hierarchy also, it's, I could see, like, it should, hierarchy and transparency, whatever the decision, it's in the perfect transparency, nothing hide and seek, right? Thank you, sir, thank you.
Thank you for the feedback. Now I request on the Secretary of IEEE Kerala Section, Dr. Bijoy Ajus, for the vote of thanks.
I don't think I'll be topping that feedback session, but I think all good things should come to an end, and let me start with the vote of thanks. Distinguished guests on the dais, dear INDICON delegates and organizing committee and volunteers. I think when we started this journey, maybe a year back, we were all apprehensive about, how will we get this ball rolling. But I think we had good confidence with the organizing capability of Kerala Section. We have done 10Con before, so we sort of almost did a redo of the 10Con team, and we had new volunteers come in, and somehow it materialized. And as let me start with thanking the Pro Vice Chancellor, PG Shankaran, who represents the host institution, right? So we have around 30 plus IEEE professional volunteers within Cochin University, and it's really a pillar of strength for, it's not just because it's my institution. You need some nodal institutions like, CUSAT, TKM, NIT Calicut, really to keep things, hold fort, right? So let me thank Pro Vice Chancellor and the host institution for allowing us, giving us all the facilities and all the cooperation. Next, let me thank India Council, represented here by Suresh Nair sir, who's really patron and the guiding light. He always sets the bar high. You guys all know about that, and we all try to reach it, right? So I hope we have come close, sir. So thank you, thank you for that. Let me thank the incoming chair, Devabrata Das sir, IIIT Bangalore. Sir, I think with your guidance, we'll all come to Hyderabad and we'll have a great INDICON 2023. Yes, we all are there with you, sir. He's art and director. He's he was placement coordinator. Now he's a dean NIT Calicut. He's wearing several hats. Our general chair, right? So, and he's always partner in crime with our Suresh sir in all the activities, and he has a good, great knack of dealing with people, So I think we always look forward to him having here at Cochin University and, all the sessions. I think for representing all the TPC chairs, TPC co-chairs, the track chairs, the special session chair, let us thank our general chair, Samir Asam. Probably not in the dais, but in hierarchy, we have Dr. Deepak Mathur. Mr. Deepak Mathur sitting here. He's kindly agreed to come here and inaugurate the INDICON 2022 and spend 3 days with us. Thank you, sir, for accepting the invitation and coming here. Representing India Council, we have Secretary Rajastrain ma'am. We also enjoyed the joint session. It was great interacting with Kerala Section and India Council doing a joint session. Thank you, ma'am, for participation. Off the dais, we should definitely mention organizing chair, Mini Olanat. She represents, he represents all the volunteers sitting here, publication chair, treasurer, core execom. There is all the way from Dr. Mini Olanat to the student volunteers. Everybody took a lot of effort, and it has come to fruition, as someone said, people were wearing suits. Now we are shirt and pant, but, I think we really enjoyed it, right? So thank you for all the teamwork, all the food committee to, TPC committee, thank you for the hard work. And I think a word of thanks for the student volunteers, the events team, the faculty and staff of CUSAT who really made it happen on the ground. We can only point at, this is where things are, but people have to make it happen. So thank you one and all. Thank you for attending INDICON. Hope you had a pleasant stay. Thank you.
Now we have come to the end of INDICON 2022. And to have a beautiful memory, we shall all together have a snap, a photo session.